Yeah. What are they trying to give me 1,000 or something? I mean, 500? That's something.
I was getting up there.
Yeah, you getting ready?
What's up, brother?
Hey,
Just about to look at you.
grab one real quick.
I threw you on the spot, man. I'm good. You ready? I remember going to Jeffrey's. Remember his pastor. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. We'll go ahead and call the September 5th, 2023 City Council meeting to order. If everybody would stand, please. Mr. Reed, if you'll lead us in the prayer and the pledge.
Let's pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Now, Father, as we stand tonight, Father, here in the city of Bay St. Louis, we ask and we thank you for your all-watchful eye and your great hand that has been upon this city and the citizenry. And Father, we thank you for the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that you've given to this council and this administration, and that you will continue to endow us with it to continue to lead this city. Father, we ask this and other blessings in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Any agenda amendments anybody have? I want to bring up the one under council business. We got a few people here for that. And actually like to maybe set a workshop next week for it to discuss it, because I guess everybody feels like it was kind of late put on there and last minute. So I'd like to give everybody ample time to prepare and come. And I think it would be good that if we took that matter up separately than the city council meeting to discuss it and get feedback from all the players involved in it, whether it be in the city council, business owners, or anybody who want to participate in it. That's my belief. I don't know whether the council stands out on that.
Yeah, I was, I got a text Friday night that someone had put it on there. I had no idea what it was about. I texted Mr. Doblock. I didn't know what the impetus was to.
Yeah, so basically, what we're talking about is curtailing alcohol sales after 12 o'clock. And this doesn't apply to packaged liquor, casino, or any other thing. It's just mainly in what I was thinking was right in the historical area right down there, the local bars and stuff of that nature. And after doing some research, I find that most businesses are closed at 12. And I do get a lot of reports from loud music and things of that nature. The mayor forwarded us a pretty extensive police report earlier, and it's just too large for me to print, and I have to look through it. But it's like I said, it's just only for Saturday. I mean, only for after 12 o'clock, and it just doesn't apply to Sunday or anything of that nature. It's not going to apply to businesses that are already closing. It's just to curtail sales after 12 o'clock. That's all it is.
Okay. Like I say, I'd like to have the open discussion in the workshop, if everybody's good with that.
You going to discuss now?
I'm sorry.
You going to discuss now?
No, discuss it, setting the workshop to discuss it in length. I think we gotta set a workshop or recess this one to finalize our budget next week, correct?
A week from today, after the public hearing, you need to adopt your budget.
So next
If you want
Tuesday.
to have a quick meeting, or if you want to have a workshop meeting. I mean,
Okay.
we have to do that prior to the 15th, and your next meeting is after the 15th.
Yeah, so I'm good with,
That's 12. I'm open to 12.
I'm good with the 12th to come back and finalize the budget and have the workshop on the alcohol curfew. Is everybody good with that?
Yes, so I guess, Mr. Doblock, you said we've got all the police reports and data and stuff that's.
Just got 'em a
that's
few minutes
driving
ago.
this type of change.
Excuse me?
Said you got the police reports and all the data, you said that's what brought up this change, or?
Yeah, Alvin sent it to me a while back, and
Yeah, y'all had a report
I
from
didn't
about
know
3
anything
weeks
about
ago.
Yeah,
and Alvin asked me, that you was looking for it, so I sent it to you.
Yeah, okay.
And just to clarify, Councilman
Yes,
Salo,
sir.
it was put on the agenda with no intent for a motion tonight. It was purely discussion,
Discussion,
correct?
yeah.
This is all
Wanted-
discussion.
Yes,
That's it.
yeah, it wasn't, the word got out there, I think we was trying to pass something and sneak it, but that, it's just gonna be a discussion. Like I say, I'd rather save all the discussion for the workshop, to be honest, and get too far into it tonight, to be honest. So, but I'm good with setting the workshop for next Tuesday, the
So
12th.
next Tuesday, 5:30?
I'm good with that, yes, sir.
So is that when we're gonna finalize the budget also?
We gotta
Yes, sir.
finalize the budget, and we can have that on the agenda also. to have a
Strictly
discussion.
to adopt the budget,
To
the
adopt the
official
budget.
motion,
Yes, sir.
quick and easy.
Yeah.
It's just formality.
So,
You have to wait 1 week after the public hearing.
yes, which is tonight, correct?
It's tonight.
So, okay. I'm good with that. Everybody else good with that, council?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right. So, next Tuesday, we will discuss the curfew, alcohol sales curfew and everything next Tuesday night. Anybody that's here for that?
It's not really a curfew.
Yeah.
I mean, a curfew means you can't be on the streets or anything. It's just a
Yeah.
cessation of alcohol sales at 12 o'clock. That's it.
Yes, sir. Okay, so, anybody here for that? Be taken up next Tuesday night, 5:30. Give everybody time to prepare and get everything together, okay? Thank y'all. Next up on the agenda is the Hancock County Library. Mr. John?
So Josh, that's gonna be
Next Tuesday, 5:30. The 12th will be the discussion for that. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. John.
Thank you.
Behind your chair.
Good evening, council. I just wanted to bring to you all, September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. I'm the director of the library system here in Hancock County. I'd like to thank you all on behalf of the residents of Hancock County and our staff for your continued support of our library system and the branch that we have here in Bay St. Louis. I forwarded a proclamation that proclaims that to be exactly that, September being National Library Card Sign-Up Month. And I was hoping you all could make a motion and adopt that as September being National Library Card Sign-Up.
Okay. And I have a proclamation here. Give it just a second to quiet down. Whereas libraries are cornerstones of democracy, promoting the free exchange of information and ideas for all, and whereas libraries help people of all ages navigate the complexities of life, providing access to research, information, and government services that allow everyone to lead more productive and fulfilling lives. And whereas libraries contribute to a strong local economy by providing access to technology and training that are critical to the success of entrepreneurs, job seekers, and students. And whereas libraries strive to develop and maintain programs and collections that are as diverse as the populations they serve and ensure equity of access for all, and whereas libraries play a crucial role in the education and development of children from story times for preschoolers to college and career planning for high schoolers, and whereas a library card sparks creativity and empowers all people to explore new passions and interests and pursue a path of lifelong learning. Now, therefore, I, Michael J. Ford, Mayor of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, along with the City Council, do hereby proclaim September 23rd, 2023 as Library Card Sign-Up Month in the city of Bay St. Louis. Thank you, Mayor. Can I just have a motion that we pass this proclamation, please?
Motion to approve the proclamation and pass.
Motion, Mr. Seal, second. Mr. Hoffman, any further discussion? Vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye. Passes 7-0. Thank you. Just a proclamation.
Can we have a picture?
Picture? Yes. Try and balance you out a little bit.
Thank y'all.
Thank you all. Next up, plan and zoning. A is motion to follow plan and zoning's recommendation and approve the application for variance to the zoning ordinance submitted by Glenn and Lynn Boney, located at 203 Union Street. It was approved 4-2.
Josh, I need to recuse myself from this.
Okay. Mr. Hoffman,
Main opposition is a business partner.
okay, just recused himself. I see y'all here to represent the application, correct?
Lynn Boney. I have a 75-year-old husband who is Vietnam vet, suffers from Agent Orange. He has a very hard time getting around. My house is extremely small, and right now I just have medical equipment and medical supplies everywhere, and I'd like to enlarge it. My garage is on the lot next to me. We're not on the same lot. It's two separate lots.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'd like to add on to my house and make it more accessible for him to get to the carport and to be able to have a place where he can step outside on the porch and be able to enjoy the outside.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Anybody here in opposition to it? He's not here today. What's the pleasure of the council and any discussion from the council on this?
Make a motion, follow recommendation, plan is on and approve.
Okay, motion, Mr. Seal. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Reed. Okay. Okay, any discussion?
The only discussion I see is after reviewing the application, the planning and zoning administrator said that they were against this application. And what was the premise of that?
I think just following the variances and everything with zero lot line and all.
Yeah, I think this,
They're encroaching no closer to the lot line. Basically, they're squaring the house up. We spent some time out there yesterday. They're not encroaching any closer to the lot line. They're just gonna be exactly perpendicular and square to what it currently is today.
yes. Okay. And I know this don't affect it, but I know there's some shed and stuff that was supposed to be removed.
Yes.
Is that still gonna be
has to
removed
be
if
removed.
this moves forward?
I'm
or-
either gonna wrap it or I'm gonna move it,
Yeah.
but I can't do it till after we do this construction, cause I need that
They're
space.
adjacent.
Okay, okay, that's what I
Their
just,
properties.
I wanna make sure we correct some of the impriorities that's there now, so, okay. All right, vote to motion.
Aye.
Aye.
No.
Nay.
Aye. 4-2 passes. Thank you, Ms. Boney. B, motion to follow plan and zoning's recommendation and approve the application for variance to the zoning ordinance as submitted by Corey Lee on behalf of Clifford Franciscus, located at 11056 Luzon Street, parcel number 135M-0-39-422.000, approved 5-1. Anybody here to represent this application? Mr. Benfatti?
Good evening, Mark Benfatti. I'm representing Mr. Cliff Francois. Basically, we just have a 96-foot deep lot, and we had some issues with the tiebacks. We got a 10-foot rear yard setback, but the tiebacks in a way, so we just moved the house to the front a little bit to get off the tiebacks for the bulkhead.
Okay, so just moving it 5 foot close
Yeah.
to the road to
Yeah,
avoid any bulkhead
on the back,
problems
we
on it.
14 and 15 feet where we could have been 10.
Yeah,
Excuse me, 10 feet, but it was too close. They put the tiebacks like at 11 feet, and it was gonna interfere with that, so we just slid up a little bit.
okay. Anybody here in opposition to the application? All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
Approve.
Motion, Mr. Seal, to follow P and Z's recommendation and approve. Do I have a second? I'll second it. Any discussion? Vote to motion, please.
Aye.
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 No.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 6-1. Thank you. C, motion to follow planning and zoning's recommendation and approve the application for special exception as submitted by John Edgecombe located at 400 Lollet Street, parcel number 13A-0-46-200.000, approved 6-0. I see Mr. Edgecombe's here representing the application tonight. And they explained to that planning and zoning, he can't join the lots because of
Two different subdivisions.
two different subdivisions right there, so his house is right next to the lot that adjoins his property, just on the tax rolls.
We had
Can't
one on,
We had,
join it.
recently, we had one.
in Cedar Point area, same thing, lies in two different subdivisions, it can't be joined together, but he is a
Yeah, so, just to clarify that,
It's one contiguous piece, but not,
Right.
yeah,
Be a legal parcel.
right.
yeah, unfortunately, so, it's gonna be for a shed, so. Any other discussion? What's the pleasure of the council? Motion, Mr. Seal, to follow P and Z's recommendation and approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Reed. Any further discussion? Vote the motion.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to go. Thank you, Ms. John. For, public hearing for the 23-24 FY budget, so do we need to just officially open the hearing at
Yeah.
5:47 PM?
Correct.
Open at 5:47 PM. Any public comment on the 23-24 budget? Anybody like to speak on it? Mr. Rabelais?
Good evening, gentlemen. Cliff Rabelais, 702 3rd Street. I just spent better part of the last 3 weeks because I do tax sales, and the bulk of the tax increase, not the millage, but the dollars paid, the increase in the Hancock County has come from 3 areas, all of them in Bay St. Louis. Ward 6 out on the waterfront, the Old Town area, and within a block of the beach. You have seen the dollars that people pay go up anywhere from 30% to 300%.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Some places I saw, because I keep track of what the taxes were 2 years ago and what they are now, saw places in Bay St. Louis that the taxes went from under $1,000 a year to almost $3,000 on the same piece of property. So it's not everybody. Now, I'm gonna make a comment Jimmy Ladner wouldn't like, but there's some areas in the city of Bay St. Louis that are subsidizing a lot of the county, because the county's wanting to raise their taxes too. Also, recently went to a school board meeting. They wanting to get 4% because that's what Jimmy Ladner says they can ask for. That was their justification for needing a 4% increase.
I don't think that's Jimmy, I think that's the state,
that's a state law.
the state regulates
law,
that.
but
yeah.
that was the justification.
Yes.
We can ask for 4%, so that's what we need.
Yes. Mhm.
And, gentlemen,
Well-
that ain't right. And we just put it in plain English. If that's your reasoning, there's something wrong. So I don't look at all the details. I do have confidence in you gentlemen to do that. I know we have costs. I was here for the water thing, and I agree. Oh, there you are. Yeah, because I used to run water systems.
Yeah.
There are things that we can justify increases on. I don't know what kind of increases you guys are talking about, but I'm gonna ask you to look and be judicious and judiciary. Let's see what we're spending our money on,
Yes, sir.
because I go downtown, I pass Fridays and Saturdays through the entertainment district. That's our industry. It took me years to figure that out. We don't have factories.
No.
We don't have manufacturing.
Mhm.
We have tourists.
Exactly.
And they come here because it's easy to get here.
Yep.
If we get our prices up to the point where we're in competition with Biloxi and Gulf Shores got nicer beaches, guys, I'm gonna tell you that, and they got things for kids to do.
Mhm.
Our main focus, and then Gary, I do appreciate the thing with the liquor, because that's who pays our bills.
Mhm.
You go downtown on a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then by Sunday noon it's clearing out, but
Mhm.
that's our economy.
Yes, sir.
And Josh, in your area, you see it, our population probably triples or quadruples on good weekends.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it in other things, in infrastructure that's set up for the average flows in the sewer systems and not the peak flows that we're seeing on the weekends. So, all that being said, I would ask you gentlemen to look long and hard at, I haven't looked at the budget.
We staying flat on millage, no increases, no nothing.
Thank
so
you, Josh.
We flat.
Now, the value
we
of the
need
mill
to-
went up,
Now, the value went up, so we.
so
we
you
got
are
it.
having a tax increase.
But also, but
The value of
also
the
with
mill is
that,
also based on new homes coming onto the rolls. and
Oh, yeah,
everything
well,
else
now-
too, not just that.
County only redoes that once every, was it 4 years or 5
4
years?
years.
They did it 2 years ago.
Well, I mean, just like if 100 houses were built this year.
Oh, yeah.
They won't get taxes till next year, but when they get next year, so that'll make our mill value increase what it's worth to the city, basically. Even though our millage rate don't go up, the value of the mill is worth more because you got more people paying into it.
Okay.
And of assessed values like you're
Well, the
talking
assessed
about,
value should not be changed
you know,
until 2 years,
yes. Mhm.
unless I'm misunderstood.
Well, I think they do it all 4 years, but different zones throughout that 4
different
years.
zones, I think with COVID and
So-
all, they got behind and all, and
Yes,
was
they
unable
did.
to
They
do
were
it.
a
some-
year
so-
behind and they did it a year
So
late.
a lot of them
2
got
years
hit.
ago.
But with this increase this year, we're also adding 3 police officers to create a task force down there, you know, a swing shift, I think the chief has called it, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 3 time frame, which will put 7 officers on the streets during that time period. We're also, replacing one of our officers that's out on military leave and holding his position till he comes back in July, so that's essentially 4 officers. Another officer position went to, an 80-hour to 84-hour, that's included in this as well. And a part-time position with the bailiff went to a full-time position, so essentially that's 6 more officers we're gonna have on the street with our increase. Also, it included a 5% raise to our employees, which, you know, again, that's not keeping up with times or anything. And we added 1 utility, which is on the utility side of it and all, not coming out of the taxes now.
But what I'm
So
hearing,
that's where the increase, most of the increase in ad valorem taxes is going.
what I'm hearing, Mayor, though, is that we are providing more services for the dollars extra that
We're
we're providing.
trying,
Yes. Mhm.
we're trying.
Yep.
And one of the things that's also on here is, you know, we had people for $11, $12 an hour in public work.
I know.
You're not gonna fill those positions.
No.
Ronnie's working with, I think we budgeted somewhere around 24 people. He's working with probably 13, 14 people in public works, you know, so we increased all pay to a minimum of $15 an hour as far as public works and all, so hopefully we can get employees and continue to move forward with that.
Well, I can tell you, Mike, what we paid, I was surprised y'all could hire anybody.
No.
Yeah.
And-
We
and
get
one-
lucky once in a
One
while.
thing on the school board as well, when we took over after the 17 year, total millage for the school is going from 49.05 mils to 43.13 mils this year. That's almost six mil decrease they provided through the last 6-7 years.
I would ask that we,
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure who's in charge there,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But, you know, here we're increasing personnel, and I think the school enrollment is actually decreasing. So that kind of hard pill to swallow sometimes.
Yeah.
I would ask that we look at that very hard. Mr. Seal?
Yeah, so interesting fact, and I'm trying to find the data, right? So so your insurance, right, your homeowner's insurance went up,
Yes.
right?
Oh, yes.
So the cities did too. So
Yeah.
with our increase in millage value this year, we're gonna get a net $61,000 more from millage this year than we did last year, by the time we put the insurance increase in. Half a mil. That's how much our insurance went up, right? It's not talking about putting people in.
No.
This is just basic stuff,
That's,
right? So we get 61,000 more dollars a year from the increase in millage value after we pay our insurance bill.
On a budget of how much?
We got $8-10 million.
11
what
million.
we found,
That's
right?
not a lot.
Yeah, so it's-
but total budget about 11 million.
Yeah, so,
But
you know, if
with
you look at it from,
everybody, and you think about the counties, their insurance is, it's through the roof. I mean, they got way more than what we have. The schools, you know, just the small entities and everything, you know, as far as, you know, the Hancock County Utility Authority, their insurance is going through the roof and all, so,
Yeah.
man, it's hitting everybody, it's not just hitting homeowners, it's hitting, everyone out here, and it's, again, you gotta have it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been
Don't
blessed,
leave home without it.
been blessed to have good sales tax revenue. The casino is, the big thing. If we didn't have the casino, you don't wanna know what millage would be. Probably be a 17-18% increase to try to keep the same budget out the casino.
It'd be probably in that 13-14
Yeah,
mil
you know,
increase without
so-
the casino.
Casino provides good to the city. Sales tax is good, so we're very blessed to have the tourists come and help support it. That's what I tell people, the three sources of it's gonna be your casino, your sales tax, and your ad valorem tax. So when I see people complaining about the New Orleans people here or tourists here, they subsidizing your property taxes being the rate they are, cause if they wasn't here in town spending money downtown, your property tax would be higher to provide the same service, and people don't, I know you get it, but a lot of people don't get it, that helps a lot, is to have that, you know.
You know, we'll talk about it next Tuesday, but yeah, there's where we go with the city, because that is our industry, that is our, I've lived in other places where you were the weekend destination for a big city. We are the weekend destination because we're fairly close and we're very affordable.
Exactly, yes, sir,
We need to make sure, we're not gonna change our location, so we gotta make sure we stay affordable.
exactly,
Cause it's not but 20 minutes further to go up the road,
yep,
you know.
yes, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Clerk.
gentlemen. Please stay diligent in where we spend the money.
We-
And Mayor
we do.
Favre, thank you for the explanation, because that goes a long ways to understanding, you know, it all hurts when it comes out your pocket. So,
Oh, yeah,
And
thank you, gentlemen.
comes out of my
Thank you.
pocket too.
Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else for comment on the budget? Okay. Mr. John? But I would like to say, I think the council's been very diligent, and the administration's been great too. I mean, we've come a long way and done great financially in the last few years, so. We're talking about saving money now, so.
Yes.
Yes, sir, Mr. John?
John Oman, 110 DeMontlesen Avenue. As all of you know, I've been here throughout the budget process. Throughout much of the budget process, I was the only one in the room not getting paid. Yeah, I thought about that a lot. But that's mainly a comment for my fellow citizens. I want to say I was following the process, not the budget. I didn't download a single document or print a document that y'all were looking at all the time. I was looking at how it was being done, and just as one citizen, you know, I see that the administration has a very impressive presentation. Individual councilmen each bring different strengths and talents to the process. But I said, I just want you to know, as one citizen, one taxpayer, one voter, that I am more than satisfied with the effort that I've seen by everybody here regarding the budget. I sure hope it comes out.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. John.
Anyone else? If not, we'll go ahead and close the, budget hearing at 5:59 PM. Thank you. Next up, mayor's report,
Josh, what time did we open at?
5:47.
All right.
All right, mayor's report, first thing is the motion to approve the resolution to fix the tax levies for the city of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Let's see here. Do I have a motion?
Motion to fix the, you want me to read out the millage?
Yes, sir, if you would, please.
Okay. I'll just read the thing. Whereas it is necessary and proper at this time to provide by section 21-33-45 Mississippi Code of 1972 annotated and including all amendments thereto for the city council of the city of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi to affix the tax levies by which all taxes for the purpose hereinafter set forth for the fiscal year beginning October 1 of 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024 are to be collected. Now therefore, be it resolved that the tax levy for the city of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and the Bay St. Louis Waveland School District of the city of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, by authority as shown below for the fiscal year beginning October 1 in 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, by the same and hereby fixed and levied on all taxable property in said city and school district as follows. The general fund, 23.98 mils. There's a little footnote underneath, includes 1/4 mil for fire protection purposes pursuant to sections 81-1-37 and 83-1-39 Mississippi Code of 1972, annotated in all amendments thereto. 2020 GO Public Improvement Bond, that's gonna be the recent street bond that we've done, the most recent, set at 1.27 mils. The 2016 GO Public Improvement Road Bond, 0.57 mils. The County Public Library Fund, 0.93 mils. Subtotal municipal is 26.75 mils. And that's flat, that's not changed. The school 3 mil note, that's one of their bonds, is 1.15 mils. School District Maintenance Fund, 41.98 mils. Let's see, school totals is 43.13 mils. Total tax levy fiscal year 2022 to 23, 69.88 mils. Be it further resolved that the tax levy is 69.88 mils, has this day been set by the City Council of City of Bay St. Louis, and further that the municipal clerk is hereby authorized and directed to collect taxes on all assessment rolls as provided by aforesaid law.
Thank you, sir. So motion, Mr. Noblock, do I have a second?
Yeah, one thing,
Okay.
it needs to be for the fiscal year 23-24.
It says total tax levy fiscal year 2022-2023. It
That
should be
needs to be changed.
2023-2024. It looks like it's a typo down at the bottom there, Gary.
Oh, I see
Can
it,
you
okay,
amend- yeah,
yeah.
can you
Oh,
please
that's for
amend-
the school millage, or
Yeah.
total.
Well, the
millage.
total
That's
tax
total
levy.
tax levy for this.
Let me amend, this
That's
reading.
for our
Yeah.
Total.
upcoming month.
Total tax levy fiscal year 2023 and 2024, 69.88 mils.
Thank
There's a
you.
typo.
Okay, thank you. And I had a second. Mr. Seal made the second. Any further discussion? Vote the motion.
Aye.
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 Aye, passes 7-0. Thank you. B is motion to approve new utility rates beginning October 1st, 2023. Has everybody's had a chance to look at those?
And these rates are what we discussed in the workshop, everything, nothing's changed on those.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Seal. Do I have a second? I'll make a second.
Discussion, so there's no increases,
Discussion.
Mike?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Gary, what?
There's no increases to the utility rates?
There is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As presented. So the minimum
President,
will,
why don't you just go
Want
over it
to touch
real
it?
quick for everybody?
yeah, I mean, the minimum's gonna go up $3.50, basically for the consumer. Commercial will go up, minimum's $5.25. But, Mr. Riso gave us a historical sheet, taking inflation into account, over from 2016 to 2022. We should have, we had 17.99% inflation, which would be a $10.43 increase for inflation, and we're increasing $10.33 from 2016 to 2022. So or 2023, so we're in line with, we just never kept up with inflation, right?
No,
Every year you
the-
kind of,
Yeah,
bumping.
the last water increase went from $5 to $6 for a minimum in 2017. Sewer fixed rate went from 15 to 18 in 2018. Wastewater went from $5 to $8 in 2019. And then we've seen the garbage increase there from $9 to 10 and a quarter, and I think it's 10 something now, or whatever. 17.33. And then gas, the last increase in gas was done in maybe March of 22, I think it is. 22. And we went from 10 to 16, and we're still watching that as we go and make sure. So with all that, that's the, you know, last time we any increases. And with this, our flat rate of water is going from $6 to $7. The sewer is going from 18 to 16, and then wastewater is going from 8 to 12. So we decreased sewer and just trying to line everything up. So, wastewater is a one-time fee. It's whatever it is, no cost. Sewer takes care of all the costs for the wastewater, our lift stations, manpower, and this and that. Same thing with water and gas. So with those increases, then I think we saw a decrease in wastewater for overage. Went from $3.40, $3.45 a gallon to $3.20 a gallon on wastewater. So overage, you're gonna see a small decrease, and flat rate you've seen, and I think, Doug, what'd you say, $3?
$4 increase from 8 to 12.
Something like, yeah.
Yeah, 0 to
And
3,000.
total increase was, $3 out of
$3.50.
$33.
Yes.
So
Mayor,
less than 10% increase.
It looks like everything is, in terms of the utilities and new rates and the expected revenue, we're in the black. The only one, and I guess this is the biggest inflationary one, is the gas. So it looks like we're still at a project, and I know that's gonna be a little bit harder to gauge.
It
but
is,
We're still in
and
the red in a couple of years.
We take, I think it's 20% of our expenses and put towards gas. We got 1,000 customers roughly out of 4,000 total, so we took, 20% of that, put that to it.
Yeah.
And all, and we're making money, I think this month we're about two and a half to the good, $2.50 to the good.
I think the main thing with the gas is just stay on top every time.
It is,
It
and-
fluctuates, so we change them
and,
rates quick enough to recoup, or go down if it goes down, but whichever way it goes, you need to be on top of it.
January and all, it got crazy, real bad.
Yes.
Not about futures.
And the only other thing I think that's it.
Are we staying pretty, in terms of our AR for the unpaid accounts? Where do we stand? What's
Very
that
good.
balance amount?
I don't know what it is, but it's very few.
Okay,
I think they do probably less than 20 or 30 cut-offs a month.
okay.
And the only other increase I saw was from $1.25 for your overage on water to $2 for over 3,000 gallons, I
Yes.
think.
Yes,
Okay.
for overage on water.
75% increase.
Yeah, 75.
And we have one, it's one that they did throughout the state for all entities that replied to it. I can send that out. And again, Biloxi is lower than we are, but we're right there towards the lower end of everybody. And if you look at some of the rates, it's pretty crazy what people are charging. Some of them charging $6 a thousand. Some of them charging $50, $60 a month for zero.
Yeah. It all
Just-
depends.
Just to hook up is $50, $60, and then, every 1,000 gallons, or it's broke down by hundreds on some of them, you're paying for every ounce you use.
And we'll keep in terms of the water, or keeping the residential and commercial at that same, there's always about that $4 difference historically, so you're keeping that consistent with the increase, correct?
Yes. All increases were,
It was,
yes.
The rate study was good because we was always wondering for the last 20 years, wondering what we write on our sewer and water.
Yeah,
So the
and
the rate study really helped.
And
move
we was
things in
making
the right
money, we
direction.
just, was the gas,
Right.
Most of our money, or was it the water or sewer? So this breaks it down to where we'll be able to see how close we come to the projections of everything, with the breakdown of the expenses and everything.
Good deal. Okay. Yeah, the motion seal. I second the motion. Any further discussion? Vote the motion.
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Next is motion to approve the purchase of 4 Dodge Charger pursuant police vehicles from Gray Daniels Ford for $46,378 each, using state contract pricing, and to authorize the administration to seek proposals for lease purchase financing.
And this was an opportunity, the chief and Assistant Chief here, this was an opportunity, we put in for 4 vehicles. We still haven't received them. We do have 2 of the, SUV, Durangos, in the works of being finished up. But we're still wanting to get the other 2 trucks, but these 4 vehicles are available now, and we won't have to order other trucks this coming year put in. And again,
Now,
I think last year we didn't get any vehicles, or we went one year
think we all
without
them
getting
just
any
never
because
got
they
'em,
didn't
huh?
have them. So, yeah, this is just, now, if you look at our expenses on vehicles, you can see we're taking a beating on these old vehicles, you know, trying to get.
My only
again-
question was, these come already with lights and everything on it, so we don't have to, cause I mean, the prices,
Prices
I
up,
looked at the
that's-
price, I'm like, man, that's the
Yeah, I
price
know.
of a truck just about, but what's
Yeah.
going down, start reading the packages. And a lot of times we spend another 8,000 to
8 to
10,000 a car
10,000 on it.
equipping it after we get it and waiting for the stuff to come in. That one year we waited for a while to get them equipped, so these will be equipped and ready to go except for all
The right.
decals on them. Okay. Okay, good.
So
Good deal.
did we have this budgeted this year? Or didn't have a
We
chance?
did have it budgeted in the capital and all.
Capital for police, the
for
police
these
department
4
capital?
For the other 4 vehicles that we've been waiting on.
Okay.
We
So
ordered 2
did we
trucks,
cancel the
Uh,
other 2 Durangos then?
2 Durangos, not yet. 2 Durangos and 2 trucks.
So we budgeted for 4, we're gonna have 8 or 6. What are we doing?
Maybe 6.
Well, I know, hopefully, that's why I'm asking, we
Yeah.
budgeted, so we saying we bought them with this number that we paid
And
for these
And-
4 whip, and we're gonna buy these other 4 with that same money.
But the other one,
Will you come up, chief, please?
That's what I'm at, I mean,
No,
yeah, we
yeah.
need them, right, but where's the money? How are we doing it?
Last October 2023, we, council approved purchase of 4 vehicles, 2 Dodge Durangos and 2 Dodge Rams.
Okay.
The Dodge Durangos are still being outfitted. The Dodge Rams had not completed manufacture. So we were waiting on those. Of course, when these cars came available as extra from last year's sales, it's the last year model on Dodge Charger. Fully outfitted, has the cages on the inside, as well as lights and sirens. Everything's on them. They're ready to go. We just have to put a radio system in, which is standard. And for that price, that was very reasonable, and they're readily available. And we realized, hey, a bird in the hand, we're better off as a department having vehicles that are already ready to go.
But
Do we have any
And
next year
we have the money for 4 this year. If we get others in, we have it in the budget for 4 this coming year. These will take the place of that as well. So for the 2 years, we got,
So we supplement, we're buying these 4 with 2022-2023 budget funds that we didn't use yet.
yes,
And then we're gonna, if we get the other 4 that come in Durango, the 2
they would be
Durangos
a
and 2 Rams, they would
23-24
be
budget.
what we put in 23-24.
We only got $5,000 projected capital expense in the police department. Requested budget 23-24.
you have a capital lease purchase fund.
Is that, okay,
Where it is.
another,
That's
you
a
got too
different
many
fund.
damn funds,
Yeah.
right? So, I'm just looking, right, I'm trying to figure out what's,
And
what
the
number page
Durangos
is
have
that
been
on?
paid for.
Back to 30,
I'm just
34,
trying, I wanna know, I just wanna follow the trail, right?
Yep.
Capital lease.
The
So-
Durangos have been paid
So
for.
capital lease revenue,
I don't think
They
so.
have not.
No, Durangos ain't been paid. We haven't even
They
got
Can't
them.
pay until, unless they deliver.
okay, 220,000 in capital lease. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Found it?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, that new,
I
all that
know,
line, I know.
114
I
pages.
think we up to 2 trees for a budget.
Yeah. All right, so,
We've added 30-something pages.
I know, right, thank
Yeah.
you.
okay,
you.
so, all right, do I have a motion? Motion, Mr. Seal, do I have a second? Mr. Hoffman made the second. Any further discussion?
Just, so the 2 vehicles that aren't here and still in production, we canceling those?
No,
Those were paid for last year.
that's gonna be in the
That'll go for next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
we're not
We're in the
ordering
queue.
vehicles, we won't have to order, they'll be here. Well, 2 of them will for sure. I have no idea when the truck's coming, I don't think.
Well, they said they got 12 units in stock.
That's a cause.
That's the
Yeah.
cause, yeah.
So, okay. So you better go pick these up pretty quickly once we get everything done? Good deal. All right, vote the motion?
Aye.
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 Aye, passes 7-0. Thank you. D is motion to amend the 2022 and 2023 budget. Do I have a motion? Discussion?
Yeah, motion, discussion.
Okay. Motion, Mr. Seal. Do I have a second? I'll second it.
What exactly are we amending it for?
Whole bunch of stuff.
A lot of money. Well, $431,932 amendments, spreadsheet.
But it's just amendments on the spreadsheet that we had.
Yeah, you brought the spreadsheet out. I see it.
400 was to emergency fund.
200,
Yeah.
reserve.
There's $3,000 missing somewhere.
Yeah, 200 is to the emergency fund or to the reserve fund from payroll. And I think there's some other capital projects in there. No, I wouldn't say capital, but other projects looking to be done, and that was done.
What I've tried to do for the general fund, just for y'all, is go department by department and show you current versus revised, what's the difference, and then what are the major categories, if you can see the numbers. The negative, for example, library funding coming out of council, that was set up as a separate fund, so that's gonna go directly to the library fund. It won't pass through the general fund. So it's a change in accounting. That's one of the things we have to do through our audit. So you see the negative.
Yes.
But I know the budget's 100 and something pages, so this is two pages of just a quick summary, snapshot for y'all.
Okey-doke. Any questions from the council?
Just, Mike, I know that sheet you sent out, just look it back in the revision, because I got a $3,000 difference on the two line items from proposed and the savings. So if you total up the difference in the revised, two tables, two line items, there's $3,000 missing somewhere, so not a big deal, but I don't know if you're using this as official worksheet or not.
You saying 3,000?
Yeah, so your difference.
No, so I didn't, if there was a $50 here and $1,000 there.
Well, so your difference total is $431,912. Your revised is $428,932. So the difference between those is $3,000 between your revised and your difference. Not a big deal. This is not an official sheet. Just numbers.
Yeah, no, this is
Okay.
strictly a tool. I was just quickly going through,
just numbers.
trying to
Okay.
highlight, look at city council and said, what numbers really
Yep.
changed?
No, that's good. I looked it over.
Just
Thank
trying
you.
to give y'all, so
No, that's good.
if it was a small number, I didn't include it,
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But it was taking 100 and something pages and saying,
No,
here's two.
I appreciate it, because I have a line item,
Mhm.
got my other sheets line item.
Yeah, thank you. All right, vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 7-0. Anything else, Mayor?
No, thank you.
You good? Okay. Council business, we move that to next Tuesday. Any, let me flip my page. Any new business, old business, Mr. Hoffman?
I don't have anything tonight, thank you.
All right, Mr. Reed,
No, I don't have anything.
Mr. Seal,
Good.
Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, just checking in, Mayor, on the, past couple meetings ago, just trying to get some data, some traffic data over by,
St. Charles?
St. Charles and Central. Have we been able to get any radar out there yet, or get any information?
I know he's got some past information on it
Okay.
as far as wrecks in that neighborhood,
Okay.
but I don't think they've been able to move it the radar thing over there yet.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Anything, Mrs. Zimmerman? I'm good. Mr. Noblock?
Just to follow up, Mike, did you have a chance to talk to, Casey about the tennis courts?
No, I have not, but I'll find out something between now and the next meeting.
Okay. All right, I don't have anything. Next up,
Need to talk to Dr. Reed, though.
Dr. Reed?
I would think so.
next up is a public forum. Looks like a lot of them probably left from the alcohol. Barbara Petway, John Bazoo was planning and zoning, John Edgecombe was, Mr. Omen, you got some, you good? Okay. Craig was on the alcohol, I can't say his last name. Ray, Daniel, Chris, Sarah.
Craig's got the new place opening up, I think.
Who's that? Okay. Craig?
Craig?
Yeah, I just
No,
can't read
Shane
those.
and them. I don't know if Craig was there. I don't know.
Couldn't make out that last
No.
name there. Pretty much all of them was alcohol. Brian? Schneider? Oh, Schneider. He just left too, okay. So I guess, anybody else here signed for public forum wanna speak? Alright. Next up, city clerk's report. Motion to approve the Bay St. Louis docket of claims number 23-037 dated September 5th, 2023, in the amount of $684,336.82. Do I have a motion?
Motion, discussion.
Motion, Mr. Seal. Do I have a second?
Second discussion.
Second, Mr. Lewis. Discussion.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't send an email today. Notice on there, the utility director getting petty cash for inmate lunches. How are we counting for that?
They bring their receipts in.
So he reconciles, so he's getting $100, right? So he just has to reconcile that once every whatever?
Yep.
Okay,
I can get
So
them.
if they spend $10, there's a receipt for $10, here's the $10.
Okay,
And then to replenish it, you're gonna have all those receipts.
okay.
Just like any regular petty
cash
cash.
is just, cash is.
And we've been.
I think they've been doing,
Yeah,
we
no, I
can
think Jamie was doing it for a long time,
Yeah.
right?
And
So,
he'll probably start again for cruising the coast a little
Okay.
bit when they get the large numbers, but right now we've been having 2 or 3 on a regular
Yeah,
basis every,
that-
5 days a
that's
week.
great. That's awesome.
So,
The only thing else that I didn't look up today is we're using the quarter mill, to repair a fire truck. I thought quarter mill was for training and new equipment. Warman Automotive, just look it up.
I'll look it up.
We're using a quarter mill for that, and I thought we can only use quarter mill for new training, and new equipment. Could be wrong, but just,
I'll check and see.
it just piqued my interest, so that was it. And the workers' comp, that's our annual 277,000 payment, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
all right, Mr. Lewis?
No, I just-
Oh, okay. All right, I'm sorry. Okay. Any further discussion? Vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Thank you. B is motion to approve the Bay St. Louis docket of the claims number 23-038, special dated September 5th, 2023, in the amount of $50,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion Seal, second Mr. Noblock. Any discussion?
This is just transfer to the harbor, maintenance fund to, as we're getting money back, replenishing that.
Yes.
All right, any more discussion? Vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 7-0. Thank you. You got anything else, Mr. Russo? That's it? Next up, consent agenda items A through T. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Seal.
Second.
Second, Mr. Hoffman. Any discussion? Vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 7-0. Thank you. Up next is the minutes approval from city council meeting August 22nd, 2023, 5:30 PM.
Motion to approve, no changes. Getting good at this.
Second.
Motion Seal, second Mr. Hoffman. Any further discussion? Vote to motion?
Aye.
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 Aye, motion passes 7-0. Oh, Ms. Smith is here. You got anything, Ms. Smith, or no? You been, nope. Think we're good. Just so you know, we set a workshop for the alcohol thing for next Tuesday, so if you can do any research on that, if we need any research, just let us know what parameters we have to stay within, or if there is parameters, or how we, if the city's ordinances, if we set an ordinance for them, are we able to do that? Does it take legislation to do it, or just if you can find out some of them things for next week, or you may know them already, I don't know, but just, that'd be my only thoughts for it, so. Yes, sir. You have something, Mr. Noblock?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, no need for executive session or closed session, so, motion to adjourn?
Sorry.
Wait,
Consent
Josh,
order.
make sure you recess
Oh,
the meeting
Recess.
to 9:12 at 5:30.
motion to recess to,
Motion to recess to
Not-
9/12 at 5:30.
2023 at
Approval.
5:30,
Second.
and that's gonna be, motion, Mr. Hoffman, second, Mr. Reed,
For budget approval.
gonna be for budget approval and, workshop
The
discussion
workshop we'll just do
for
after
that,
we-
yes, so, okay.
We can even close the meeting.
We rec-
We We recessed in the meeting for budget approval, and then we're doing an actual workshop.
So we'll
we can
gavel
close
out.
the meeting.
Yeah,
We'll gavel out.
Yeah, we'll need 2 notices.
You'll have to close the meeting.
yeah. But, okay, yes.
Correct.
Do we need to make a motion before we adjourn for that? Okay.
I thought we did that already.
Who's in the?
Did we do that already?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we was gonna just do it all at one time in the adjourning, I mean, in the recessing, but.
Adopt it.
Yeah, I don't think we need to take any action.
I say let's, exactly, so let's go ahead before we adjourn this meeting and let's set a workshop for 5:35
Yeah.
PM
Just
next
immediately to
Tuesday, the
follow the meeting.
12th, for the alcohol sales. So that'll be a workshop.
We'll make a motion for that.
Okay, Mr. Hoffman made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Noblock. Vote the motion.
Aye.
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 Aye, passes 7-0. And then we'll go ahead and recess this meeting to 9/12/2023 at 5:30 PM.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Hoffman. Second, was that Mr. Reed? Mr. Reed. Vote the motion.
Aye.
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 Passes 7-0. Thank you. I thought we was gonna spend the night here.
I know, right? Good job. Way to handle this
Excellent.
first section. Good job.